Students, good morning. I hope that you are following these video classes. While going through these video classes, it is better to note important points in your book. Okay. Already we have completed the first chapter. Now we shall start our second chapter, acids, bases and salts. What are these acids, bases and salts? We have how many elements? 118 elements. That means 115. In these three are predicted. That means the scientists have discovered so far 118 elements. Actually 115, in these three are predicted elements, from hydrogen to nonactinium. And how many substances we have? Large number of substances, that means large number of compounds. How all these large number of compounds are formed? These 115 elements combine with each other and forms large number of compounds. That means innumerable number of compounds like that. Just observe, in English how many alphabetical letters? Just 26. From these 26 letters, how many words we can frame? Large number of words. In the same manner, these 115 elements combine with each other to form large number of compounds. That's why simply this chemistry is the branch of science which deals with 118 elements, from hydrogen to nonactinium. Okay, then on the basis for these all these elements, the physical properties and chemical properties are there. All the physical properties and chemical properties of all these compounds are same? No, that are different. On the basis of these chemical properties, all these compounds, that means what are the compounds, that may be organic or inorganic compounds, what are the compounds that are classified into three groups, that are acids, bases and salts. In our daily life, in our day-to-day life, we use different substances like milk, lemon juice, water, some other substance like that. We use different substances, and the things which we use also made of different substances. All these substances have same nature? No. Some are acidic in nature and some are basic in nature, some are neutral, and some substances are called as salts. Then what are acids and what are bases and what are salts? Okay, that means some substances which we use as food materials or others, that are some are acidic in nature. How can you say that are acidic in nature, and how can you distinguish that are acids, these are bases and these are salts, like this? For example, someone in your family is suffering from a problem of acidity. Then what is the best remedy? Or you give lemon juice or eno or gelycol MPS, or like this, what are that is other substance, sodium bicarbonate cooking soda, sodium bicarbonate cooking soda. What is the best remedy? Sodium bicarbonate is the best remedy. Take small amount of sodium bicarbonate, what we call as cooking soda, and add it into the water. If you give this, then he feel relief. How it is happen? That means he is suffering from acidity, means actually what is the digestive enzyme? HCl. Okay, if this, due to this HCl, that means acidic nature of the digestive system or body increases. Then we have to neutralize that acidity by using another substance which is opposite to the nature of acid. The substances which are opposite in nature to the acids, that are bases. That's why what is the best remedy? Base. Which type of base? The bases which we used in our chemical lab? No, not that type of bases. A mild non-corrosive base is given, that is available with different brand names. Okay, eno, cretazine, like that. In all these, what is present? A mild non-corrosive base is present. If we give this mild non-corrosive base, then this base neutralizes the acid, okay, and a salt is formed, like that. These are acids, bases and salts. Then how can we test whether the substance is acidic nature or basic nature or neutral in nature? For example, if we take lemon juice or milk or curd, okay, all these are acidic in nature or basic nature? If it observe the taste of these. All these are just sour in taste. The substances generally which are sour in taste, that are acids, that means that are acidic in nature. And if we take bases which are bitter to taste and soapy to touch, that means if we touch, that are soapy to touch, simply mostly that are bases. Are these are only the test to test whether it is an acid or base? No. To test whether the substance is acid or base, some indicators are there. Already we are familiar with some indicators, that are litmus paper or litmus solution. If we take litmus paper or litmus solution, okay, that means two litmus papers are there. One is blue litmus paper and the other is red litmus paper. Take a substance and dip one end of this blue litmus paper in it. If the blue litmus paper is changed into red, then that substance is acidic in nature. And take another litmus paper, that is red litmus paper. If that red litmus paper is changed into blue, that is basic in nature. Like that, here we use an indicator, that is litmus paper, to test whether the substance is acid or base. Okay, what is this litmus paper? That means it is a chemical which is synthesized by mixing with other substances. How we use this litmus paper to test this nature of these substances? In the same way, some natural indicators are also there. Actually, litmus solution means it is extracted from a plant, lichen plant, which belongs to Thallophyta. Okay, from that lichen plant, some substance is extracted, that is used as that which is blue in color, that is litmus solution. We may use this also. In the same manner, red cabbage extract, beetroot extract, okay, these substances which occurs naturally, these are also used as indicators to test whether it is an acid or base. Sometimes we observe, if a curry stain is formed on our cloth, generally that curry stain is brown in color or reddish brown in color generally. While washing, when soap is applied to that curry stain, is it color retained same like that? No, its color changes. Why it is happen? Generally in the curry stain, what is there? Turmeric powder is there. When it is washed with soap, in the soap most of the soaps are basic in nature. That means that is a substance which is basic in nature. This curry stain, in this a powder is there, that is turmeric powder. It is an indicator. Okay, that means when this indicator is combines with this soap, then automatic color is changed. Like that, based on these color changes, we can easily identify whether it is an acid or base. Like that, some indicators are used. That the most commonly used indicators in the lab to test whether a substance is acid or base or neutral in nature, that are litmus indicator, methyl orange indicator, phenolphthalein indicator. Are these indicators occur naturally? No, these are synthesized in the lab by using some chemicals. First, about litmus indicator. This litmus indicator means just that are in the form of a paper strip or just solution. Mostly we use litmus papers, that means strip of papers. These litmus papers, these are in two colors. One is in blue color and the other is in red color. Which is in blue color, that is blue litmus paper. Which is in red color, that is red litmus paper. Okay, so to test whether it is an acid or base, collect different substances what are available. That means what we use for our eating purpose or drinking purpose, or what are available in our lab. Like that, collect different samples. First, take any one sample and take strip of blue litmus paper. This blue litmus paper is placed in it, that means dipped in it. If the blue litmus paper is changed into red, that means that is acid. If the blue litmus paper remains as blue, then it may be base or neutral. What is that? If the blue litmus paper is changed into red, it is acid. The blue litmus paper remains as blue. It may be base or neutral. Then again take red litmus paper. Test with the red litmus paper to know is it a base or neutral. Dip the red litmus paper. If the red litmus paper is changed into blue, it is a base. Again, if the red litmus paper remains as red, it is neutral. Like that, we test whether it is an acid or base or neutral by using this litmus paper. Okay, acids is change blue litmus paper into red. Bases or alkalis. What is an alkali? Alkali is also a base which is soluble, which dissolves in water. Okay, that means alkali is a base. That means all alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkalis. Keep it in your mind. Then based on this litmus indicator, we can define these acids and bases also. Then what are acids? Acids are the substances which change blue litmus paper into red. And bases. What are bases? Bases are the substances which change red litmus paper into blue. For example, take lemon juice. Dip the litmus paper, blue litmus paper. If it is changed into red, means it is acidic in nature. As really, what is present in it? Citric acid is present. Next, we use sodium carbonate or sodium bicarbonate or sodium hydroxide. Sodium carbonate means washing soda. Sodium bicarbonate means cooking soda. Sodium hydroxide means caustic soda. Take any one of these three substances. Take any one of these substances among these three. And take distilled water. Okay, add this substance, that means sodium carbonate or bicarbonate or caustic soda. Add this substance and stir well. Take the red litmus paper. If the red litmus paper is placed in it, if it is changed into blue, then it is basic in nature. Like that, we can easily test by using these litmus papers. In the same manner, some other indicators are also there in our lab to test whether a substance is acid or base. What are that other indicators? Methyl orange indicator and one more indicator, phenolphthalein indicator. Let us observe about this methyl orange indicator. This methyl orange indicator is also used to test the substance is acid or base. Generally, this methyl orange indicator is in which color? Orange in color. Take a substance which is acidic in nature. Add 2 to 3 drops of this methyl orange indicator. If the solution changes into red color or sometimes pink color, if the solution changes into red color or pink color, that means that is acid. While if the solution changes into yellow color, that is base. That means basic solution. If there is no color change, the orange remains as orange like that, that means it is neutral. Like that, we have to test it is acid or base or neutral by using this methyl orange indicator also. That's why based on this methyl orange indicator, we can easily define these acids and bases. Then what are acids? Acids are the substances which change methyl orange into pink or red. Then bases. What are bases? Bases are the substances which change methyl orange into yellow. Okay, like that we test whether a substance is acid or base by using this indicator. Next, one more indicator is there. What is that other indicator? Phenolphthalein indicator. What is that? Phenolphthalein indicator. It is also available in our chemical lab. This phenolphthalein indicator is a colorless solution. Is there any color for phenolphthalein? Methyl orange has orange color. That's why it is named itself as methyl orange indicator. But if we take phenolphthalein indicator, it is a colorless solution. Just collect different substances and take the substance in a conical flask or watch glass. Add this 2 to 3 drops of this phenolphthalein indicator. If the solution remains as colorless, then that is acid. If the solution is changed into pink, that is base. That's why acids are the substances which are colorless in the presence of phenolphthalein indicator. Okay, and bases change phenolphthalein into pink. Okay, in our lab, by using these 3 indicators, we can easily test the nature of the substance. What are the 3 indicators? Litmus papers, methyl orange phenolphthalein. These three indicators are used. Okay, again once observed, acids change blue litmus paper into red, bases change red litmus paper into blue. Don't get confused. For this, a simple hint is there. Able red, A-B-L-E-R-E-D. A acids, BLE blue to red, like that. Acids blue to red means bases red to blue, litmus paper or litmus solution. Then what about methyl orange indicator? Acids change methyl orange into pink or red, bases change methyl orange into yellow. And phenolphthalein, acids change phenolphthalein into colorless, bases change phenolphthalein into pink. These are the three indicators. Next, what are available in our surroundings? Collect all the samples. Okay, by with the help of these three indicators, any one of the indicator, not all the three are necessary. Okay, with the help of any one indicator, we can easily test whether it is an acid or base or salt. Okay, how do you test? In the next class we will learn. Okay, thank you.